On February 4th and 5th and March 4th and 5th, a team of 23 educators from across the state of North Carolina convened in Raleigh to conduct a thorough analysis of all feedback as a part of the data analysis and review component of the standards review process for high school mathematics. Let's listen to what a few of them had to say about the process.
So being involved in this process of looking at the standards, reviewing the feedback has been a real plus, I think, this time. I think there's been good representation from all levels of education. So there's some university people here. There's some folks from the county office levels or the county district level. There are classroom teachers. And then the thing that impresses me most is the geographic representation across the state.
And as a classroom teacher, it's been really nice to hear the same struggles that people have been having trying to go through the standards, and despite all the different levels, how much we are in agreement. So there's been definitely things that we've discussed and we've gone deeper level, but it's been great because I'm not sitting in my classroom alone thinking I'm the only one who thinks this.
With all those levels represented, we do come to agreement. So I think that makes us believe that we're moving in the right direction with the curriculum.
So it's been a great opportunity to be a part of this process as far as reviewing the standards from the state perspective. As an educator, I think that being a member of this really well put together team of experts, of math leaders across the state has been just a great experience to really, as a teacher, to get my hands on the standards and really feel like we had a part in what was going on.
Absolutely. It's been incredible to be a part of this opportunity in general, and it's been interesting to look at all the data that's already been collected about the standards, from the academic review committee to all the surveys that were given in the focus groups. So, and then to talk with all of these math professionals across the state has been, just a really nice experience. And then for us to be able to, as classroom teachers, to put our professional opinions, since we both talked to other teachers in our district and our schools, and then for us to be able to take that and bring it here and really have a good discussion about where the standards are going and the future of math in North Carolina has been, it's good. I feel like we're doing something very powerful here.
And I think too, the part that was great for me to see is that there is actual consensus across the state.
Mm-hmm.
That for me is really important to see, that we as math educators believe in what we're doing, and we believe in the movement of mathematics as it's changing across the state of North Carolina. And that's a wonderful thing to experience and see, that teachers all the way from Carteret County on the East Coast all the way to Charlotte, Mecklenburg, and Buncombe County on the West are all in coherence about what is going on inside of the math classrooms in every single classroom across the state.
This process has been very collaborative. Part of the richness of the discussion for me has been the vertical discussion, that we have classroom teachers from all parts of the state. We have curriculum coaches and district leaders. We have higher ed faculty, mathematics faculty, math education faculty, all coming together to discuss what's in the standards and looking evaluatively at the curriculum.
And I would add to that as a K-12 district leader, having the opportunity to sit down with IHE partners from North Carolina to craft standards that are specific to our students' needs. And to know that the standards that I'm going to take back to the teachers in my district were crafted from North Carolina district leaders, from North Carolina teachers, and from North Carolina University faculty members, because I think it's important that we keep all of those in perspective, that what we need at the K-12 prepares them for what you guys need at the IHE level. And I think that that's something that the Academic Standard Review Committee was after, but perhaps didn't have the cohesiveness of all the way from kindergarten to the college piece in it. their report had some findings that we've taken into consideration as we've gone through. It's been helpful to see how they perceived our current standards and how we can make those more tailored to North Carolina and to meet our needs, but to have these discussions that Tim is referencing.
That's added to the richness of the discussions as well. We have a mountain of data. We have the information from the Academic Standards Review Commission. We have all of the surveys that we've looked at, both from in-classroom teachers as well as from community partners as well. And looking at all of those data, as well as the perspectives around the room, and looking at each and every standard, talking about what's happening actually in the classroom, what those students need to be successful when they graduate, and as well as if they're intending to go on to higher education, to college, university, and into STEM fields. The richness of those discussions have been very valuable for all of us, and I think will be very valuable for our state as we develop a cohesive set of standards.
I've been in public education now for over 40 years and find myself now back in the classroom where I belong. I'm here representing the higher ed group, currently an adjunct faculty member at AB Tech up in Asheville. And just really enjoying myself getting back in the classroom teaching mathematics. So I think having representatives from classroom teachers all the way through higher education is a valuable experience. Everybody who comes through this process always comes out of it saying, I've learned so much.
Right. One of the nice things about working with these standards is that we have actually looked at every single standard individually across Math 1, Math 2, and Math 3. And we've decided as a team of teachers, district leaders, and higher education representatives whether that standard was important for every student to know before they leave high school, whether that standard needed to be reworded, revised, or edited, or whether that standard was good as is for what we want and what we need here in the state of North Carolina.
I definitely agree with that. I am a 30-year veteran for the state of North Carolina. I've taught nowhere else but this state, and I've seen us go through lots of changes. And this process is the very first time I've had an opportunity to be involved at this level and really think about what's best for the students of North Carolina, and also how we're going to be able to take these back to our districts and implement these standards. So it's really important that they're clear, that we think about content, that we think about that whole collaboration of putting all thoughts on paper to make it work for all of us.
And the nice thing about collaboration and bringing in as many people as possible is it was nice to actually have representatives from the state level as well. Mm-hmm. Dr. Atkinson, the state board of, the state chairman, to people from the Chamber of Commerce who came in from the businesses to see how the work was going, what work we were doing, what they wanted to see. They had input, they listened to our conversations. That was nice to actually be included from a classroom perspective all the way up to businesses. The highest level in education in the state of North Carolina has all been involved in this one process.
So I definitely agree with that. I think we have been very transparent and open to suggestions from all folks. We have had more documents on the table that we've had to review and really go back and really process. This is what this group thought. This is what this group their point of views, and take all of that in consideration as we are trying to make decisions about our new standards for the state of North Carolina.
And I just feel like this has been powerful because working on the process has given me the opportunity to dig into each of these individual standards with teachers sitting at the table, teachers that are currently teaching Math 1, Math 2, and Math 3. And getting their perspectives and having this rich discussion on it into the very meat of each standard it's given me something now that I can take back to all of my teachers in Franklin County, because I just think it's great to dissect them and be able to get the richness from the actual people that are in there. I can take this back, and then my teachers will benefit from it in the county.
So I think it's been really great to participate in this process. As you know, a member of WAKE, I've been attending the Academic Standards Review Commission meetings and hearing their input, taking that into account, participating in surveys, talking with our teachers across our district and getting all that feedback, and now being able to take all of that and look at all of that data and put it together has really been an awesome process. I think I've really appreciated meeting and talking with colleagues and teachers from across the state and getting everybody's viewpoints. I've learned a lot in this process, and I'm really and very grateful to be a part of it.
I agree. I'm really excited that I was able to be part of this and look at all the data from the focus groups, from the commission, get input from the teachers and the district leaders at the tables I was sitting at. And also on top of that, I feel like I have grown so much by being able to talk about each standard. Why is this important? Why do our kids need to learn to know this or learn this? I've picked up ideas for even taking back to the classroom and teaching. I feel very empowered that I'm able to be part of this and part of what our kids in North Carolina will be learning in the math classroom.
Remember people complaining about okay, my math people told me there was one thing where they felt like it went a little too far. That was.
There's 2 plus standards, 8 and 9. Could it be one of those?
Right. So.
Because again, they're headlines.
So does this